Welcome to Unapologetically Badass, the podcast for women over 40 who are done dimming their light. I'm your host, Renee Carbone Fleming, coach, queen, and master of the midlife glow up. Solo chats, epic guests, no filter. Let's freaking go. Hello, hello. All right. I am going to say this once. If you think your life is complicated, wait till you hear this. Today's guest was a real life mob wife who packed up her life, left in the middle of the freaking night, and disappeared to start over from scratch. No plan, no safety net, just pure survival instinct. And now she's on stage, on screen, making people laugh hysterically for a living. Yes, this is not just a badass. She's one unbelievable badass queen. So let's get into it. Sharon Pfeiffer, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Renee. How are you?
Salute, is what they say, right?
Salud.
Salute.
Salud. It's so nice. It's so nice to be here with you. Thank you for having me. I
Mm,
wish I were there with you in person.
I know. Someday. Well, we get to see each
Yes.
other in person next month. So let's
Yes.
tell people how we met. We were really blessed, and I know we're so grateful that the IAOTP, the International Association of Top Professionals, honored us both with amazing recognition. And I got to
Yes.
meet you in Vegas in December.
Yes. We
That
met in Las
wonderful,
Vegas.
yeah,
Yes, it was really a wonderful time. Thank you, Stephanie,
yeah,
for inviting us and
yeah,
all those other wonderful people that were a part of that event. It was really, I was really so flattered and honored to be a part of it. I still can't believe that
yeah.
I'm a part of that
It's-
because, I was just shocked when I got the notification originally last year.
yeah,
And it was just I'm always amazed at how, the transformation, which is what we're going to talk about,
yeah,
where I came from and
right.
where I am today, and just how, when people actually acknowledge it, it makes me feel happy. So,
Absolutely. And tell us,
yeah.
what was the what specifically was your recognition?
So my award, the recognition was top writer, actor, and producer of the year, which was just, I was like, what? Like I couldn't believe that because
Yeah.
um, that's a pretty big recognition, and I only started acting, writing and producing. I started acting back in 2009, and I only started writing and producing only a couple of years ago.
Wow.
So to get that kind of recognition was really
Yeah.
amazing, and
Right.
I was just
Isn't it? It's validating in what, you know,
very validating.
because we all go through, there are times when I'm sure at you as an entrepreneur, right? We do things and we're like, that's it. I'm fucking quitting. Like, I'm done.
Right,
I don't know why I'm
right,
doing this. Why am I breaking my back? Why, am I on
right.
the right path? And then you get these, God winks and somebody sees you and validates you. It's like
That's
that.
what I call it, a God wink.
Do
That's
you?
Yeah, I literally do. I use that phrase all the time. I'm like, that was a God wink.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah, I
really,
do. Not a
it
lot of
really
people
does.
say that. I love that
No,
you say that.
I
I
love
say,
that. And
yeah.
that's the thing is when you right, cheers to that.
Mm,
When you get that validation, somebody is like, it the award is great, the recognition is like the gala is great and wonderful, but feeling that somebody has watched you and appreciate
yes,
what you're bringing to
yes,
the world, that's the part that's like
yeah,
incredible, right?
yeah, for sure. And I mean, the acting is my passion, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
The writing that to me was, I think, the most special for me because I've always loved writing since you know in school, in grade school,
Yeah.
and then even in college, I took writing, creative writing, but I never did it professionally. I never pursued it professionally because I never thought I was good enough.
Yeah.
And so to have that, like you said, the validation
Yeah.
was really, really, really just made me feel really good. And coming from my background,
Yeah.
so it
Yeah.
was just really nice.
It's
Yeah.
so wonderful. It's so wonderful.
Yeah.
And
Renee,
so,
Renee, what was your award for?
top empowerment coach of the year.
That makes so much sense. Yeah.
Yeah, my audience knows my passion is to help women. I say, look and feel like a million freaking bucks and build a $100,000 fuck it fund. I help them do that.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
So it's
Uh-huh.
been quite a ride, quite a blessing for sure. And now we get to see each other again next in just a
Yes.
few weeks. So
Yes.
when this airs, we would already have seen each other. But everyone, go back and take a look at our socials because watch out, Miami. We the
Make sure you
bombshell
bring your bathing
party.
suit. Make sure you bring your
Absolutely,
bathing suit. Yeah.
absolutely. Yep,
I'm
that's
like, I've been tanning. You can't tell I look a little pale, but this is tan for, I mean,
fine.
it's so funny. I live in
You live in
Florida and
Florida.
I was more tan when I lived in New York. Does that
Wow,
make any sense to you? No.
wow.
I know
No.
because
Well, you know
I
what?
work.
You're working like crazy. Okay, so let's
Mhm.
get to, because you started acting, writing, producing like later on in life, when in
Much
different,
later,
right.
much later in life. I didn't do any of this when I
Mm-hmm.
lived in New York, which is where I should have done it, right? You live in New York where everything happens,
Yeah.
where someone like myself with this accent and this mouth and this look, I should have pursued acting, which is what I've always wanted to do since I'm 2 years old, but I didn't because it was not supported. I'll use that word supported growing up. It wasn't anything that my family was behind. And
Yeah.
then I did get married
Mm-hmm.
young and I had my daughter right away. And so, as you know, um, when you have children, you just, that's what comes first. And then
Yeah.
you just put all your dreams to the side and you just
Mm-hmm.
don't think about those things until I waited until my daughter got older and then she is- was out of the house
Mm-hmm.
and I got divorced from my second husband and I was like, oh, I can pursue my own interest,
Right.
like something that I want to do.
Yeah.
And that was when I actually said, maybe I'll take, an acting class, get some headshots, see, like I really wanted to give it a shot, but I was already in my late 40s.
I love that. I'm glad that
Yeah.
you shared that for sure.
Yeah. I was in my late 40s
Yeah.
and most people who get into acting and that kind of thing, they start when they're when they're children or when they're
Yeah.
in their teens or in college or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and I never did any of that. So um but I'm really glad that I did it because that's one thing I always say to especially young people, don't have any regrets.
Yeah. For
Do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is,
sure. Right.
you should pursue it and at least try it
Yeah.
and at least say that you attempted whatever it is that you wanted to do, even if you fail,
Right.
because you can say that you tried it and you don't have any regrets.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, but I mean, from the first class I ever took, I was like, oh,
You really, that is,
yeah, yeah. And I was so nervous. I'm still nervous. Even when I go on auditions, if I do a self tape, I mean, I'm a nervous wreck, no matter whenever I appear, whether it's live or when
mm-hmm.
I do a self tape or when I do anything, I'm always even tonight, I was like
Really,
nervous before. Yeah, because even this is a performance. This is
right.
people going to be watching it. So
Yeah.
I always get that nervous energy, but
But that means that you care about it, I
I
think.
do, I do.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah. You
care
care about
about it.
how you're delivering and that it's, it's meaningful what you're
Right,
saying and how you're saying it for
right,
the people on the other side.
right.
Yeah.
And I do care about it.
Mhm.
And you just I just love it. So I just love it. Like I
Yeah.
love what I do.
So
And
tell us what you're doing with acting, with writing, with producing. What are you doing?
so right now, like at this moment, April 30th,
Mhm.
2026, I'm kind of doing the least probably of what I've done in the last couple of years. So right now I have a podcast like
Yes.
you.
Yep.
And that's the what I'm doing right now. I have a podcast and that keeps me really busy. Now
Yep.
normally
And tell them
I'm
what is the podcast called.
the podcast is called We Talk, TAWK, We Talk Funny. I have a co-host, Joe
Yeah.
Rubo. We record it right here in downtown Boca Raton in a state-of-the-art studio.
Mhm.
And we have a wonderful producer named Ben. It's at Podcast Junkie Studios. And a dear friend, Sherry Pemberton, is also a co producer. And, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And,
Mhm.
we're on all the socials. And, we just started in October and we have a nice following. And it keeps me busy. And
Yeah.
I'm busy with intention. I say that to a lot of people because they're like, Sharon, you're always so busy. And I'm like, I'm busy with intention.
Right.
Um, so because I also love just laying in bed and watching TV. I love doing that too. But that's not good for the spirit or the soul or
Right.
anything. So I stay busy with intention. This particular year, this last 12 months has been a difficult time in my life. I lost my mother in July,
Oh,
and
I'm so
exactly 1 week later, I lost the woman who was like my mother, like
oh,
1 week to the minute at the same exact time.
oh,
So
I'm
I lost the
sorry.
two most important women in my life. I lost within a week of each other. So, and we're women, and I'm sure everybody watching knows how traumatic and traumatizing that is. So, I um knew well, I knew because I know me,
Mhm.
like I have to stay busy because uh depression is a motherfucker.
Right.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
so I needed to just stay busy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I that's why I said I need to do something.
Mhm.
And that's how the podcast came to be.
Okay.
And, in between all of that, I was in a play, a
Yeah.
live theater play, a live theatrical production um, called Damaged Furniture. I love theater, which was something also new as an
Wow.
actor. I
Yeah.
wasn't trained to do uh, live theater, but that was
Mhm.
something that I love. And so I've been doing that. That was my third play that I
Good.
did.
Yeah.
Yes, I loved it. And I don't know if have you ever done any acting yourself,
No.
Renee?
Mm-mm. Nope. Well,
So
I say I've acted when I'm on stage delivering a speech. To me,
that's
that's
acting.
acting because I
That's
have to
acting.
face somebody else because
Yeah.
I get so nervous. Like Mr. Ed,
No,
remember,
that's acting.
I'm like, it is terrifying for me.
Mm,
That's the only
That's
time
acting.
acting. Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and it takes a lot of cojones to get up there
Yes.
and be a public
Yeah.
speaker. So
Yeah.
that is a form of acting. Um,
Well,
but that
it's a.
live theater
I can't imagine
is,
live theater.
yeah, it's a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, because you have to learn not only your own dialogue,
Yeah.
but you have to learn everybody else's dialogue
Wow.
because you have to know when to come in and
Timing.
when it's timing and it's all the things. So,
Right.
and I also do stand-up comedy.
Yes.
And that's a very unique, medium
Right.
because and that's also, I don't want to say that's also very difficult. I don't mean it like these things are so hard, but it's just coming from a film and TV background,
Yeah.
that I thought was so challenging, right? And then you start doing stand up comedy, and you're like, wait a second.
Right.
Film and TV is, I don't want to say a breeze, but they give you, if you nail the audition and you get actually cast or booked, they give you a script, and you learn it and show up and you do your thing.
Right. Right.
Stand up comedy, you have to write the jokes, learn the jokes, memorize the jokes, show up, get up on that stage, and those jokes better be good. You better make, you
Yeah.
know, 95% of the audience laugh.
Right.
The joke's got to land,
Right.
and you have to be funny. And I mean,
And
that's
you have to be on the entire time, and you have to take 1,000% onus of the result. Acting, I feel, in film or TV, okay, you screw up, take two. You don't
that's
screw up
exactly right.
with a play, with live theater, or with a
Or
comedy.
comedy.
Comedy is brutal
Exactly.
because your audience will tell you immediately
Oh
if you
yeah.
are bombing.
You're getting immediate feedback. Same thing with
Literally.
theater. You're getting immediate feedback,
Yeah. So
and
that's going to
whether
be a
it's good
whole
or
lot
bad.
of nerves, right? Totally scared shitless going on.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah, because you think
Totally.
you're going to do a great job, but like life or a
And you
different
don't know.
audience.
And Renee, every audience is different.
Yep. Yep.
You can walk into one theater, and the joke that you told 100 times that lands every time, the audience dies laughing every time. This audience, crickets. And you're like,
Right. What the
what's
hell?
the problem? You know what I mean? And you're like, oh my God.
Right.
So you just don't know. Like, you don't know how it's gonna, you don't know. You don't
I
you
have
don't know.
goosebumps.
And
What gets you to like show up again? Have you had
um
any experiences where the audience did not appreciate or it
yes,
didn't land
yes,
and
yes.
okay,
I've had, I'm not gonna tell you every night has been, great. I've had two bad experiences, one not so long ago, as a matter of fact. And it was my fault because I hadn't done comedy in a while
yeah,
because of everything that I had gone through with my mom.
mhm,
And a friend of mine who was so sweet and said, "Do you want to open up for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I'm dying to get back up on the stage." And I didn't prepare as well as I should have. And the way that a comedian prepares is you go to open mics.
okay, yeah,
And I don't like open mics. I really don't, because open mics are generally just other comedians getting up and doing, and
yeah,
there's no feedback. I just don't like open mics. So
mhm,
I just went over my material, my old material, a couple of times, and I showed up, and I was really rusty. And I
oh,
actually blew, like, my first joke.
oh,
I didn't tell it right.
yeah,
And so once you blow that, and the audience was with me, I'm telling the joke. More of a storyteller. I'm not a one liner. I
okay,
don't go out there and go, "Burr, burr, 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 burr,"
yeah,
like, I'm a storyteller kind of
okay,
thing. They were with me. They would take, because it was, there's a way to get through the joke, and they
uh-huh,
were laughing along the way. But the punchline, I fucked it up. I
oh,
fucked up the punchline.
yeah,
And they were all kind of looking at me, and I'm thinking, why are they all staring at me? And I realized I screwed up the punchline. Now,
oh,
once you screw up that first joke,
you lose them?
you lost them. You suck. You suck.
Yeah,
So it was like digging out of a hole the rest of the way, and it just, and it's like the air is out of a balloon, and it's just,
yeah,
that was my second bad experience. The first bad experience I ever had, and I had already been doing comedy a couple of years. Now you have to realize I'm a newbie as far as comedians go. I've only been doing comedy about 7 years, which sounds like a long time, but that's not in comedy.
uh-huh,
Comedy, when you see a comedian, that's,
yeah,
you go, wow, like Matt Rife, he's been doing
yeah,
comedy for 20 years.
right, right, yep,
You know what I mean? Like, they've been doing comedy for
they've
years.
been doing yeah,
And I don't do it all the time. And
mhm,
I don't go to open mics. And I'm just, people call me and say, "Do you want to perform?" And I go, "Yeah."
mhm,
I don't pursue it.
mhm,
So the first bad experience I ever had, I had only been doing comedy like 3 years. And I get invited to open up for somebody. And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And it turns out that it was a room full of rehab people. they like bust in all these rehab, like from drug rehab.
Yeah. Oh no.
I didn't know. And, I start telling, I'm very like, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say caustic, but, so I look at the two like people in the front. I'm like, oh, what a nice couple you are. Is that your boyfriend? And it was like a transgender, whatever you call it. I don't know what the
Yeah.
right pronoun, so I don't know. And they were just like this, arms
Right.
folded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Are you good? What's wrong
Right.
with you? Like that's how I talk. I'm like a
Yeah.
Joan Rivers kind of a
Yeah.
comedian.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, it's not a girl, it's a boy, or whatever she said. And I was like, yeah, and what's the problem?
Yeah.
And the whole room just like they all like,
Oh.
I
Oh.
was like, what is your problem? What's wrong with you people?
Right.
I think he, she, whatever they are, they're very good looking.
Yeah.
You guys are gorgeous. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Like, and the
Right.
whole room just like imploded. And I said, you know what? I'm not doing this. You're all fucked up. I'm out of here. And I just walked off the stage. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
I can't do this. You guys are it's a comedy show.
Right.
Laugh. What's wrong with you people? Smoke a
Right.
bowl. Bye.
Yeah. Do what you got to
You
do.
know what
You're
I
at a
mean? Like,
comedy.
leave
Yes.
me alone.
Oh.
So it was like that was the only two,
Yeah.
but I'm not defending myself. It was off. I was off. It
Yeah.
wasn't. I should have been able to handle that, and I didn't, and I couldn't because I don't do comedy enough to
Yeah.
be able to recover from that. That's my bad, not their bad, my
Yeah.
bad. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
I can see that. So if you're not, you're a comedic performer and the storyteller, you get a lot of laughs because of your
yeah,
personality, because of your delivery. But yes, if you're not doing this on a
if you're
consistent,
not
some
doing it enough,
soon enough,
right?
you're not going to be able to overcome some of those obstacles and things that happen that somebody
Right.
with 20 years experience that go to all open
Totally.
mics 4 or 5 nights a week. They're at the clubs. They're
Oh,
doing this. Yes.
bingo,
Yep.
bingo.
Yep.
So it was my bad. It was not their bad. It was my bad. And
Yep.
I own it.
Yep.
I own it. So for
How do
out
you
of
how
all
do
the
you recover
performances that
from
I've
that?
done,
Yeah.
hmm,
How do you recover from that? Do you like go, oh fuck, because you seem like you've got really thick freaking skin that you're
I
like,
have thick skin, but I don't. I beat myself up. I think we all do.
yeah,
No matter what the story, whatever we're doing, we beat
yeah.
ourselves up, right? So I went home and I said, I'm never doing comedy again. Forget it. I'm not cut out for this. And then, 2 weeks later, hey, you want to open up for so and so? Yeah, all right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because I love performing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
performing, and I love making people laugh. And I'm
yeah.
always like, but I'm not that funny. And they're like, Sharon, you're funny. Oh, all right. If you think I'm funny, okay. And then, you know,
But that's the thing about passion. And when you're passionate about something and you freaking love it, it's like, yeah, I'm going to fuck up sometimes. I'm human. This is what
right,
happens. But if you
right,
really love it, then it's like, this is fun. Okay, I'm going to do it again. We
right,
all have to be a little bit of sick in our head to fail enough that because we're putting ourselves out. This is different than a job, right? When you
right.
are authentically putting yourself out there, and there are times where you're not all that you're cracked up to be, and we screw up. We're human. It's really hard sometimes to then put on our big girl pants again and go, you know what?
That's right.
Thank you. I'm gonna take another shot at this and like
That's
see
right.
if I can do it.
That's right.
So I give you a lot of
It's how
credit.
you get back up.
Yeah.
It's you can get knocked down, but how do you get back up and
Yep.
and continue the fight? What
Yeah.
is your passion, Renee? What do you do? What is your passion?
That's the
What
thing.
is
Is
your creative?
my passion is helping women feel like that badass queen. So
Okay, you're doing that for other people, but what do you do for you? What do you do for you?
for me,
Yeah, for
that's a
you.
good question.
What does Renee do for Renee that doesn't involve another woman or man?
I don't know.
Good
You know,
question. Man.
nobody has ever asked me that. Never.
All
No.
right. Well, I want you to answer me when I see you in Miami.
Okay, I will. Well, I mean, the only thing I can say is what I do for me is again, it's all work. I
That's
think
not
that
the right answer.
I know, but that's like
It's not the right
literally
answer. You gotta find something. that
Yeah.
fills you inside, but that is for you and only
Yeah.
you. That
Yeah.
that brings you joy, but it's for you.
Yeah.
For you.
Well, for me, that's why I do what I do. Like
I know, but you're
it.
fulfilling others. It's very selfless and very noble. And I love that about you because
Oh,
it's a
thank
beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing and it's very noble and honorable and it's very sweet. You're a very
yeah.
nice person,
Thank
much
you.
nicer than I am.
No,
But
no, no, thank you.
you have to find something for Renee
Yeah,
that
I
brings
mean,
Renee joy.
it's right
All
here.
right. Well, listen. Cheers to
Cheers to us.
clink,
Cheers to
clink.
us. But one of the
Right.
things that I'm doing for me, right? Nobody asked me about this, but I'm in the process of starting and hopefully launching a Badass Queen wine.
See?
Mhm.
See? I
Mm.
love that.
Well,
Now
when
you're gonna visit the vineyards, you're gonna
yes,
taste the
so
grapes, and you're gonna that is passion.
oh, well, that's what I mean. It's like there are things I do for me, but it's all business related. Like because I've trademarked and I've gone through that, there is Badass Queen wine. So I already have, vineyards that I'm in
Okay. All
contact
right.
with and, working things out and Napa Valley experience this fall. And stay tuned. You might find something out in Miami, but that's going to be
I
another,
okay, okay. I
but
love it
everything that
though.
I,
But
like,
that's something that you feel passionate about.
1000%. I'm passionate about building like my own brand. For so long, I have built network marketing companies and very successful, and I'm still connected with network
Right, for
marketing
others.
companies. Right.
For
But I'm
others.
building their business.
Now you're
Granted,
doing
I'm
it for
making
you.
a great income, but it's not mine.
Right.
So
Now you're doing it for you.
these other things that I'm doing is
I
completely for
love
me.
it. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Now, how long
Okay,
have
good.
you been in Boca?
Hmm?
How long have you been in Boca?
Okay, so I moved to South Florida in 1998. We could
And
use that
tell
as a
us what
segue.
happened.
So,
Mhm.
right, do tell. I've been living in Boca for almost 8 years.
Okay.
No, actually 8 years. Yeah, it's 8 years that I'm
Okay.
living in Boca, but I moved to South Florida in 1998.
Okay.
Um, but I had been visiting Florida for many years prior to making the move from New York. Um, so I've always loved Florida, South Florida, always. And since I'm a teenager, I was like, I'm gonna live there one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
And I knew that one day I would be living in South Florida. I didn't know how I was gonna get here, and the
Mhm.
way that I got here was not the way that I had planned. Never saw
Right.
that coming. But so that's
Yeah.
the story you want to hear about, right? So
Yeah.
let's
Good.
dive into it.
Let's dive in. How did
Let's
you get
take a
there?
sip.
Wow. Uh-huh.
Let's take a sip of the Italian champagne, the
Mhm.
prosecco, and then move forward.
Mhm.
So prior to moving to South Florida, I lived in Long Island. I lived in Franklin Square, and I was what you referenced earlier when you did
Mhm.
your little monologue.
Mhm.
I was a mob wife.
Mhm.
So I hate you saying that phrase 'cause it sounds so silly when I say it out loud. But I was married to someone who was part of that life.
Yep.
And I don't want to say any names or anything because
Yeah.
my daughter doesn't like when I do that.
Yep.
But so I was married to someone like that.
Yep.
And we did get divorced not soon after my daughter was born,
Mhm.
but because of who he was and who his father was, um I had like a label on me. I was so and so's daughter-in-law. I was so and so's ex-wife. And so it sounds a little, you know, I don't know what it sounds like something out of a TV show, but regular guys wouldn't
No, they
go
won't touch
out with
it.
me.
Nope.
No, like as soon as they would hear who I was connected
Yep.
to, they were like,
Yep.
"Yeah, no, no, no."
Uh-huh. Mhm.
So I ended up going out with another notorious person,
Mhm.
same family, but I don't mean like literally related. I mean
Yeah.
family,
Yeah,
same
family.
family. And
Yep.
I was with that person for a long time. And I loved him. He was very good to me. We stayed friends all these years. As a matter of fact, he just got out of jail. He just got out of prison after being away for 20 years. So
Wow.
he was a very notorious person.
Wow.
And we stayed friends all this time. Oddly enough, I don't mind sharing this with you. I hate it though. I will tell you that it hurts me really badly. We stayed friends the whole time he was away. We wrote, we emailed, would send him cards and, pictures
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
And I was close to his mom before she passed, and his sister before she passed, and his nephew, and, everything. When he got out, and actually, he called me like he was, got out of prison, called me from the car on his way to the hotel
Yeah.
where he was getting picked up. I mean, that's how close we were. But within a month after he got out, he ended up calling me and saying, I really can't talk to you anymore because I met somebody who it was
Yeah.
probably his girlfriend the whole time he was away. And she doesn't want me talking to anybody. And I was like, what? Like,
Oh,
I've been you, like,
right.
what?
I've been your friend for so many.
So it hurts me. And, he knows very clearly that if
Yep.
whatever but it really hurt my feelings really bad. I feel so sad even talking about it because
Yeah.
I was not that I ever wanted to get back with him or anything, just
Yeah.
FYI. But
Right.
I just always considered him my friend, and we
Yeah.
stayed friends.
Yeah. On a human
So
level, to be
on a
friends with
human level,
for
right?
so
So
many
and
years.
I just
Yeah. And you
really
accepted him without expectation. You accepted him, and that's a rarity.
right. So I really feel bad about that. But anyway, and so then when he and I broke up, this before he went away, when he and I broke up, same thing. He and I broke up. I was back out on the market. This is in Long Island. Same thing. Nobody would come near me with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
And the few who did, within a month or two of them, finding out what my background was, it was like, yeah,
Yep.
gotta
Yep.
go.
Yep. Bye,
So then I
Felicia.
ended up with another someone like that because they were the only ones who were willing to have
Mm-hmm.
anything to do with me. But he was from a different family, Genovese, and he turned out to be the worst thing that ever happened to me. The
Oh.
worst thing that ever happened to me. And he was just so abusive,
Oh.
not physically. He never laid a hand on me. I will tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he just like mentally wrecked me. And I
Mm.
mean, he just wrecked me. I had two nail salons in Franklin Square, and look at that. And I ended up leaving everything in the middle of the night. My family, my friends, everything, my nail salons, everything. And I left in the middle of the night, packed everything up, and came to South Florida just to get away from him and get away from that life and start my life over and like reinvent myself and just get away from all that. I figured if I'll get a cell phone with a 516 area code and he'll never find me. I'll be in Florida with this 516 area code cell
Yeah.
phone and he'll never find me. This is back in 1998, December of 1998.
Wow. And you had your daughter too?
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And I moved down here to Florida. I signed up for real estate school, Gold Coast Real Estate School on Oakland Park Boulevard at Fort Lauderdale. I'll never forget it. Well, Renee, when you go to real estate school, I don't know if you ever gone to
No.
real estate school? Okay, you're one of the only people in the world
I know.
does
I
not have their real estate license. Well, you get fingerprinted.
know.
Did you know this?
No.
You get fingerprinted. Now I'm dookie dookie doo
Right.
fingerprint, tick, 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 not realizing. Now wait till you're from New York, right?
I
Are you
live
from New
no,
York?
Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to throw a name out at you, and you're not going to know who it is, but everybody's watching. If they're from New York, they're going to know who
Yep.
it is. So his one of his best friends was a private investigator who's no longer a private investigator, but in New York, this guy, his name is Bo, B-O.
Deedles?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know who that is. Uh-huh.
okay.
Okay. Yep.
Was his
All right.
best friends. And
No.
he got Bo Zito to look for little Sharon. And
No.
there goes,
Right.
bing, bing, bing. Sharon McDonald was my maiden name. I'm Irish and Italian. My father's Irish. My mother's Italian. And he's sitting outside the parking lot of the real estate school. And I had a pager also at the time. And he's paging my pager.
Oh my gosh. You
Yeah.
must
I
how
shit.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when I don't know if you've ever been through anything, like PTSD situation, but I was like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yep.
I'll never
Oh,
forget it. I will never forget. And I went out into the parking lot because I knew if I didn't go out there, he was going to come in. And I was like, "How did you find me?" And he goes, "What do you mean? How did I find you? What are you, stupid? Your
wow.
fingerprints, you idiot."
I never thought that fingerprints for realtor.
Yeah, me neither. Who would have ever thought?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I mean, I
Who would
guess
have
it kind
ever thought?
of depends if
And
you're gonna
and he
this.
goes, you're mine, Sharon, you're mine.
Oh my gosh. What did you do?
Well, anyway, it went, back and forth, and guess what? I went back with him.
Did
I
you?
went back with him one time. I went back because I didn't know what to. I just
Was
gave.
it
I threw in the
fair?
towel.
Fair?
Mhm.
Was it fair that had you go back?
Was it fair?
No, fair. Like, were you scared? Is that why you went back?
Oh, fear.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I was like fair. I thought like FAIR. No, it was. Well, it wasn't fear. It was. I just gave up
Mm,
because I was like,
mhm.
I just threw in the towel. I was
Yeah,
like, this
I don't
is
know what
like,
else.
are you fucking kidding me? I moved.
Right.
Like,
I still
so
think
I went back
over.
with him once, and then I just. It was actually kind of funny because if I wish my daughter was here, Danielle, she lives in New York, but if she was here, she would tell you we I went back with him and we like tortured him, me and my daughter, and she was only a kid at the time. She was like 10 years old,
Yeah.
11. I don't
Yeah.
remember how old she was exactly, but we like tortured.
Oh, no, you muted.
What?
There you go. I think I lost
No, he hung up. He hung up. Oh my God, that was Ronnie.
No.
Not the one, not the bad one, the
Yeah.
second one. That was just
No.
Ronnie.
Oh
But he
my,
hung up. That was so weird.
how long has it been since you spoke to him? That's the one who told you that he can't talk to you.
That was so weird.
Sharon.
But it was probably a butt dial because it rang, it just rang, and then it hung up. That was so weird. Oh my God. Oh, this isn't live, right?
No, it's not live.
That was really weird.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious
That
who
was
told you.
that was so fucking weird.
Right? Yeah. So
Anyway,
let's see if he wow.
that was so weird.
I know. I know. Yeah. Goosebumps. Take
I
that.
wish I had like a screenshot of that. I wish it
Yeah.
would come up
Mhm.
on your end that you would see it
Mhm.
because you would
Oh
see
my
Ronnie.
oh my gosh. Yeah. That was bizarre. That
I'm
was
sweating. I'm actually
I
sweating. Oh my
mhm.
God. Um, so where were we? Oh my God, where were we?
I know.
So my daughter and I tortured him,
Tortured him. Yep. How did you
and
what do
she
you mean you
and it
tortured him? What did you do?
like
Payback's a
oh
bitch. I love it.
yeah. So we like he got me an apartment in Long Island
Yeah.
for me and my daughter to live in. But we like when he would come to my apartment, we would like set traps. We put like a rope across the you had to walk up the stairs. We put a rope across so he would fall down. Like we was so we was so. And then finally, like, then I ended up hiring a a moving company to come and, like, when he wasn't around, to come and get our stuff. And then the truck came, and he pulled up when the truck was there like to move us out. And he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And, like, it was like out of a movie. It was so drama filled.
Yeah, yeah,
But I just said, I can't make my daughter see any of this. I wish she was here right now, because she would she
yeah.
would tell you. But I left him. I just said, I'm out. I'm going back to Florida. And I did. I came back to Florida with my daughter, and that was it. And then what happened was, I ended up meeting my second husband,
Okay.
who was nothing at all to do with any of this stuff.
Yeah.
He had no vowel at the end of his name.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
And I was like, oh,
Right. Right.
okay, no vowel.
Yeah.
And that was that. And then once I told, he kept calling, this bad one never stopped calling. And then I finally said, "You have to stop calling. I'm getting married." And wait till you hear this, Renee. He said, "What do you mean you get married?" I said, "I'm getting married." And he goes, "You getting married?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm getting married." And I never heard from him again.
Really? He gave up.
And I wish I would have known, because I would have told him that 5 years earlier.
Right. Wow. Wow. So you've had no communication with him? He hasn't tried to bother you
No.
anymore?
I saw him once at the Galleria Mall in Fort Lauderdale. He did not see me. I was with my daughter, and we
Oh.
both went, and
Right.
we, like, ducked into a store, and we were both like,
Taken. Like,
we
yeah.
didn't see us though. He didn't see us, but we saw him.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's
because
just
he had an apartment off of Las Olas Boulevard. Are you familiar with South Florida at all?
no, no, I'm
No.
not.
Okay, so yeah,
Wow.
so
So
yeah.
he had a place there so you could potentially, like,
That's
run
why I was so
that
familiar
way.
with South Florida, because him and
Okay.
I used to come down
Yep.
like once or twice a month. We would come down to, I mean, part of the allure, just so for your viewers to understand, it was like that scene out of Goodfellas when Cameron would say,
Yeah.
when Cameron said, it was hot, I was attracted to him. It was sexy. It was, the fur coats, the money. It was sexy.
Right.
He turned me on.
Yep. Yep. No, I can understand that. And
And this particular one, he was 6'2",
mhm.
like that, with arms like that, just very,
Mhm.
and his brother was a furrier. I had like 5 fur coats.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, jewelry that way. I had a safe deposit box that I couldn't close, like Sharon Stone from Casino. I
Yep.
mean, it was very glam. I caught the tail end of the glamorous part
I
of
get.
that life.
Yeah.
And it
Yep.
was right at the very tail end of all of that. It's not like that anymore. It just
Yeah.
is.
Right.
It
Right.
is. It's not
No,
like that anymore.
yeah.
Those days are over.
Yeah. It seems like it's changed for sure.
No, those days are over. They don't. It's not like that anymore.
Yep.
As soon as
Yep.
somebody does anything, they're locked up.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I've seen
So
that. I've seen that even in our state. I mean, we have,
yeah,
you know,
there's
family,
it's
friends, people that have been in that, in that world. So
yeah.
I
It's
can
I mean,
I
it still
understand it.
exists.
Yep.
It still exists.
Yep.
Believe me, it does. But it's not
Okay.
like it used to be. Those days of, bada
Yep.
bing, bada boom. It's not
Right.
like
Right.
that anymore.
Yep.
I could tell you stories. We could talk, not
Yeah.
online.
Off
I could
camera.
tell
Oh,
you
yes. Yeah.
what
Yeah.
camera. I could tell you stories
Yeah.
that would make your head spin. And when I write my book, you'll read it and you'll go,
Oh,
and you won't even believe half of them. You
wow.
won't believe half the stories, because they're not believable. Sounds like bullshit.
I
But
can't wait to read that. Are you going to write a book?
oh yeah,
Are you afraid to
oh, yeah.
write the book?
No, not at
No.
all.
Okay.
I was on a TV show called I Married a Mobster. I told my whole story.
Oh my gosh. Did you get any backlash from that?
No.
No.
The
Okay.
only my ex-husband, my daughter's father, he won't ever talk to me again because I did that shit. But do I care? Who
Mhm.
cares?
Mhm. Mm,
What are you gonna What are you gonna do?
right. Good for you.
I only told the truth. I didn't
Yeah.
tell any lies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't tell any
There's
lies. You know,
there's
they vet you.
station.
You can't go on TV and tell stories.
No, yeah,
They
it's gotta
vet
be
you.
yes. Yeah.
They actually they check everything out. You can't just go on TV and say, "Oh, I was married to this guy and he was like that," and you can't just talk about things. You got to tell the truth. They
Wow.
check you out. They really do. They check you out.
I mean, I'm fascinated by that so many people are fascinated. I've had,
Yeah.
in my family, I won't say necessarily people were involved, but there's certainly encounters and there's certain,
Mhm.
aspects that I understand it in a
Right.
way. And, it's I don't want viewers to misconstrue what I mean, but there was a civility. There was an order. And there was something also beautiful as bad as it can be. There was also
Yeah.
something that was really I don't know. I don't even know what the words are, but people knew where they stood.
Right.
And people right now we hear all, fuck around and find out. That's what it was. Fuck around and find out.
Right.
And sometimes I kind of go like, we need that in our society
Yeah.
because
There is no more.
there's
Now it's like the streets are
society is
wild.
right. Society is fucking wild, wild west. You got freaking zombies walking the streets and they can. That shit would never freaking happen before.
Mm-mm.
I go up just in Rhode Island. We have this place called Federal Hill. Federal
I
Hill.
heard of it. I heard of it.
That was our little Italy, and
Right.
that's where all the mobsters hung out.
Right.
And there were places where mobsters on one side, cops on the other. They had an
Right.
agreement. It was all good, right?
Right.
No shenanigans, no
Right.
shootings on the street. Now it's like the freaking world nation. I don't know. It is a wild, wild west on there.
Wild West. Yep.
You cannot go walk in the streets. And before you could walk the streets as a female, no one's going to fuck around with you.
Exactly. It's
Now,
not like that anymore. Now you walking down the street, that people are hitting you out of
yes,
nowhere, and
yes,
there's nobody to protect you. The
no,
men don't even protect you. They
no,
pull their phone out and video.
yes. Well, men are not men nowadays in a lot of
No, men are
cases.
not
Not
men.
right, not all men,
Men
but
are not men.
no, no, in a lot of cases, salute to that. But we're lucky
Well,
if we find ourselves men. Thank God I've got Tony.
yeah. Well, I'm still looking.
Mhm. Yep. Well, are you looking?
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
anybody.
you're a hot babe. How the fuck is that falling through the
'Cause I'm
crack?
very picky. I'm
Good.
picky.
Yep, good. Yes, you should
I'm
be.
very picky, and I don't like anybody.
Yep. You should be. So,
Well,
yeah,
you know.
that's a good thing. You're selective. You're not there's so many
Mhm.
people that just date just the hell to date, but be
Mhm.
selective. That's what you get to be. You get to enjoy this, chapter and this your podcast is hysterical. Can you tell us why did you call it We Talk Funny? And I love that.
Well,
So when we met each other, I was like, "Oh my God," because obviously your accent and, you know,
well, that's you know what it is because, well, think about it. Because I am a comedian.
yeah.
I'm a comedic actor. I have
Mhm.
a ridiculous accent, right? And I originally was going to call it because I didn't have a co-host when I first came up with the idea. So I was going to call it I Talk Funny,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I talk. And then I called up a friend of mine who had a podcast for a very long time, is my co-host. And then he said, Sharon, I want it. I was like, what do you mean you want it? He goes, I want to co-host it with you. So that's how we came up with We Talk Funny. And then the acronym WTF.
Right. I mean, it was
So I
like,
was
hell
like,
yeah.
this is fucking great.
Yeah.
So We Talk Funny was for a multitude of reasons. Just and then of course we knew that we were going to have a guest every week.
Mhm.
And we have just between the two of us, because he's an actor as well.
Mhm.
So we knew that we were going to be bringing funny people on. We knew that we were going to be bringing people on that were funny,
Yeah.
and we don't do politics
Mhm. Okay.
at all.
Wow.
And we steer away from we try anyway
Mhm.
from the drama and the people who come on and want to talk about boo-hoo,
Yep.
like sad sappy whatever. I just don't want to talk about any of that crap, because there's enough of that.
Right.
You can turn on the news if you want that stuff. We want to talk about fun,
Yep.
funny, lighthearted, stuff,
Yeah.
right? We want to talk about gossip. We want to talk about, sexy, wexy, whatever. Like,
Yep.
I want to be like the female version of Howard Stern with my male version of his Robin, which
Okay.
is
Yeah.
Joe.
Yep.
And we want to keep it fun. And
Yeah.
we're kind of like, Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live. We
Yeah.
have a bartender with Tony's our bartender who, like, he's like bringing like, have you ever watched it? And Tony
Yes.
brings over
Yes.
and he's like, like we die laughing. Like, I
Yeah.
make fun of them, like we just
Yeah.
have so much fun. So we talk funny because we're
I
talking, right? It's a
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
so
think it's great. It's a
thank
ton
you.
of fun. It's
Thank
definitely
you.
full of laughter. And you're right. There's so much shit and there's so
It's too
much
much shit.
heavy. It's nice to be able to,
Yeah.
and that's why I love podcasts. And so
Me
many
too.
people like there's so many podcasts and there are,
There
but
are. Everybody has a podcast. Oh my
everyone has a
God.
podcast. Yep. And I mean, I created this. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And a lot of women. And that's why I wanted to do a podcast that was not here's how you build your business and here's some steps you can do and tips and training. Yeah, I can teach people how to freaking do that. But I wanted women to be able to come on and share the shit that they've gone through their life, because
Right. Their
my audience is
stories.
women over 40. It's stories. That's what I
Right.
want, somebody to go, oh my gosh, if she went through all of that, and look at her over the age of 40 saying, I'm going to be an actor, a comedian, a writer, a producer. After everything, you didn't have a background in it. If somebody goes, well, then what the hell? Why am I giving myself excuses that I can't change the trajectory of my life? It's
You
never
can
too late.
you can do whatever. Listen, the only person stopping you from doing it, I just had this conversation with my sister,
Hmm.
Jeanette. She's 2 years older than me. And I told my sister, Jeanette, that the only person stopping you is you.
Yeah.
And it
Sure.
and I tell myself that in the mirror. The
Yeah.
only person stopping me from doing whatever it is that I want to do is me.
Right.
And
Right.
and believe me, I do stop myself a lot of times. I do,
Mhm.
and I wake up in the morning and go, why didn't you do? Why didn't you go? Why didn't you experience? Why didn't you? So I do try to do whatever is presented to me.
Yeah.
I try to do it. If an experience comes up, I usually 9.8 times out of 10, I will say
Mhm.
yes to it. Even if it's out of my comfort zone,
Right.
I would say yes,
Yeah.
because I just want to experience everything. I don't want to have regrets. I want to do everything. I want to do everything. I want to see everything. I want to touch everything. I
Yeah.
want to, because tomorrow's not promised.
Absolutely.
It is not
Absolutely.
promised to any of us. I could walk out tonight to go pick up a pizza and
Get hit by a truck.
whatever. I
Yeah.
could go to sleep tonight and
No.
not wake up
Yep.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Tomorrow's not
Yeah.
promised, and a lot of, sadly, a lot of people are going to go to sleep tonight, not wake up tomorrow. And they
Right.
did not realize that today was
Right.
their last day. And what
Right.
did they do today? Ugats. They did
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh, I love the
So,
inside thoughts.
well,
I
right? So it's
Yes,
the truth.
absolutely. It is, and that's the thing is like I think we get to this stage in our lives. There are some people that get paralyzed by the concept of getting older, and I'm
Right.
stuck in my ways, and I can't change, and I can't do something else. But I love that we can share your journey and share women's journeys that go no matter your age. There's more out there, And if you come
There's
from a
so
place
much more
just
out there.
accepting and go, I don't know where life is going to lead. I do believe he has a plan. So I'm just listening to what
Totally.
that plan is, and he's opening up a door. I'm going to run through it. And if I
That's
come up
right.
with a roadblock, then okay, I'm going to turn and pivot and go the next way. Like people go, who the fuck does she think she is? Like starting a podcast or building wine and badass queen, and there's more stuff to come, like all this stuff. And I'm like, because I can, because that's
That's
what
right.
that's what's exciting me. I'm going to try it. I have
That's
no
right.
freaking idea what's
Why
going to
not?
happen from it, but
And you
why
know what?
not?
And
Yep.
you know what?
What's
If
that?
you fail, who
Yep.
cares?
I don't give a exactly. I don't give a shit. I'm doing it
Exactly.
because it lights my soul on fire. And if it lights my soul on fire, somebody else might go, you know what, Renee? It lights mine up too. So,
That's right.
yep,
That's
yep,
right. I love that. I
yeah.
love that you are daring enough to pursue those dreams, and I love it. I really do. I think it's amazing. You're
Thank
amazing. You
so
really are. You're amazing. You're a badass queen.
so are you, darling. That's why I was like, okay, I gotta get you. When Janine introduced us, she was like, oh my
Wait,
God,
let me adjust my
your crown.
crown.
Exactly. Well, I keep this here as a reminder too.
Oh, I should have brought mine. I have one of those.
I earned this.
It's in a
Yeah.
drawer somewhere.
This was, did you participate in pageants?
No, never. Are you
Oh, see, I'm
serious?
surprised. I'm surprised. Look at you.
My,
I did. I did
I
it.
wanted to be an actor. My parents were like, "Yeah, no,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
no, no."
yeah.
I
No.
was one of. Listen, I was the middle child of six children, four brothers, one sister. Are you serious?
Wow.
Pageants. My mother was like, "Shut up and go
Right.
peel the potatoes."
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, are you serious right
yeah.
now? Forget about it, pageants. We're
That's
lucky we had sneakers.
well, exactly. I didn't do it until I was like older as a teen and paid for it because my friend coerced me into doing it.
But I will tell you, when I got older and I was, a, a grown up,
Yeah.
I was a sponsor of pageants,
Yeah.
and I sponsored some of the young ladies here in South Florida,
Yeah.
and the Miss Pompano Beach.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, I sponsored two young ladies, and to this day, the two young ladies that I've sponsored, they still like. I don't want to say they're grateful. I don't mean it like that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Miss Sharon, but they, every now and then, someone will say something or mention me or whatever from the pageant
Isn't that great?
those times, and it makes me feel so happy because
Yeah.
it was special. It was special to be a part of that and to be able to help these young, I don't want to say underprivileged, I don't mean it like that,
Yeah.
because but I did, you know it was really a nice
Yeah.
thing, a nice time.
I
And
love that. Yeah, me
yeah,
competing got me into like I developed an interest in it. I recognize even though I won, a few crowns, I recognize that I'm not meant to be a contestant. I'm not meant for that. I can love on it. I can appreciate the journey and what it takes for women and what it does for people interview skills and communication
right,
and
right.
presence and beauty and all of that. There's a lot that goes into it. So it's not just throw on a swimsuit and look cute. There are some of those, but for the most part,
I like it because of the scholarship
me
aspect of it,
too.
which is
Yes,
why the girls were
yep,
doing it.
that's
And
exactly it.
that's
Mhm,
why I felt
mhm,
happy to help them, because I wanted to
mhm.
encourage their education.
Yep,
So
1000%. I
it
started
made me really
sponsoring,
happy to help them.
so I started sponsoring pageants post divorce. That was my first one, and then I ended up sponsoring the Miss America organization.
Oh, wow.
So I
Okay.
started at the state and local levels, and then I've been at Miss America and Miss Teen America,
I
and
love that.
yeah, yep, I've
Yeah,
sponsored them.
we were the part of the Miss USA.
Okay, yes, yeah, yeah,
The Miss Pompano Beach, then it went to
yeah,
Miss Florida and Miss USA.
yes, yeah,
And so it was, really, I really loved it. I thought it was so
yeah,
nice and so, I don't
It
know. I
is.
just thought it was very nice for the girls. I
It
really thought
absolutely
it
is.
was,
It's a great
yeah,
experience. It can be a
yeah.
great, great experience.
I thought it was. I thought it was very nice.
Yeah.
So, so
Well,
tell me,
yeah.
where is your podcast? What platforms is this podcast?
Same as you. Apple, Spotify, YouTube. We publish this weekly, so it's anywhere where somebody listens to podcasts. They can download the
Good.
episodes and it's all good. Yep.
Okay,
Now, where
great.
can people come follow you? Where can they find you? How do they find
Or,
social?
mostly I would say Instagram and Facebook,
Hmm.
Sharon Pfeiffer, on it's my name. So, and you can go to TikTok, but I'm such not a good TikTok.
I
I'm just
know
so not good. I try, but I think I missed that
yeah,
boat with
that
being,
window.
because I'm old, and to me TikTok is a young person's game. But I mean, I try, but I'm
It's
not so
older
good.
too, but there's just so many fucking platforms and there's so much shit to get done
So
that it's
many
like
platforms, so many
I
platforms.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah,
of course we talk funny. Everything
yeah.
we talk funny, same thing. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, blah, blah, blah. We talk funny.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, and then
Everyone,
of course IMDb, if they want to check out my resume, for anybody watching that's in the film, TV, any of that, if they're looking, going, wow, I will need her for my movie.
yes. Yes, go grab shit. Listen.
Um,
Yes. Yes.
IMDb, please. My reel is on there, my resume. It's quite extensive. I have done quite a bit and I have a pretty cool resume. So if you want to check that out, go to IMDb. That's the Internet Movie Database. Look for Sharon Pfeiffer, spelled exactly like Michelle Pfeiffer,
Yep.
Pfeiffer.
That's
So,
fantastic.
and I'm
Thank you.
older than you think I am.
No.
I am. I'm a grandma. I have a 16-year-old grandson.
Shut the front door.
No, I have a 16-year-old grandson.
Well, you had your daughter young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
you
wasn't that young.
yeah. I would
You
think
know,
you're like my age,
how old are you?
56.
Exactly. Right. I am your age.
Yeah. I'm
Sure.
56.
Right.
I'll be 57 in December.
Yes, I am. Yep.
Fantastic. Cheers to 57.
You got it.
I freaking love you. I fell in love with you
I love you
when I
too.
met you at Bellagio. So
Yes.
I'm so glad that you were able to find time and come and join us.
No, thank you for inviting me. I was so flattered when you said be on my podcast. I'm so used to inviting people on my
Yeah,
podcast, and
yeah.
I'm, always, we're always trying to get people, these celebrities, these actors, these comedians, these singers, these, all these different people, trying to get them on. And then you said, would you be on my podcast? And I was like, me? Why do you want me on your
Yes.
podcast?
Oh,
So
because you are
thank
a
you.
fucking badass. I fell in love
Thank
with
you.
you. I love everything that you're doing. I want
Thank you,
other women
Renee.
to be able to find you, connect with you,
Thank
and
you, Renee.
share some wonderful laughs. So thank you so much.
Renee, you're the best. Thank you.
Yes, and I will see you in a few weeks in
Yes.
Miami.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, listening. Make sure you go follow Sharon, connect with her, share this episode with your girlfriends because they need a good laugh and a great fucking story. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and we'll see you and catch you on the next Unapologetically Badass. Bye, y'all.
Thank you.
Wrap for today, Queen, but don't just walk away inspired, walk away activated. If this episode lit a fire under your fabulous ass, hit that follow button, leave a review, and share it with your fiercest ride or die. Your support helps this podcast reach even more women who are ready to reclaim their power. And hey, if you're ready to look, feel, and earn like $1 million freaking bucks, I've got an entire badass empire waiting for you. From confidence boosting merch to brand strategy, coaching, collagen, content, and everything in between, head on over to ReneeCarboneFleming.com or tap the link in the show notes. Pick your flavor of badass and let's turn midlife into your power era. Stay bold, stay unapologetic, and wear the damn crown.